Morning traders. Hey guys, listen, doing an update here on Bitcoin and the majors. So I think it's important to think about uh, the risk here, guys. It's been a pretty tough drawdown yesterday. I'll go through the technicals. But the key thing here is not to kind of get shell shocked. If you're surprised by how much some of this stuff is pulled back on you, Um, I got some of these positions too that are 30, 50% drawdown from the highs, which is going to happen when you have some of these positions that run up 100%, 200%, 300%. So a 1 month to have a drawdown, you got to kind of put it in perspective. But the big thing here, guys, is we don't want to get drawn down by another. That's where the risk is. If Bitcoin breaks 10,000, I'll show you on a lot of these pairs where the risk is. So we've talked about this, but let's just do a top down. The monthly, nobody wants to talk about how extended we are up at 20,000 until we're all the way back here, and then everybody, you know, it becomes obvious when you're falling by 50%. But the reality was had a lot of angle and distance from this 8, so we shouldn't be surprised that the market's racing. Nothing's going to go straight up. So from here, you can see the low on the monthly candle prior. It's like 94, 9600. All right. I think the key thing though that I care about on this chart is that the 8's down around 7,000. Okay, that's going to be key. We also haven't had a monthly cycle that's really shown up. This was a pretty good run, I guess, here, the low from this cross on the cycle. And then this is pretty down now. So hopefully this doesn't turn into a 3-4 month lull to where it's possible though. If this is the first down month, then we have 2 or 3 more down months and we might not rally till the second quarter again. So anyway, that's something to keep an eye on the monthly level. If we go to the weekly, you're in a down cycle here also. Maybe that's only halfway done. Another reason why I got to be very honest with ourselves here about this 10,000 level if it breaks. So I'll show you here the bands is not back here till this same area that the 8 was on the monthly, 6,000, 7,000. You go to the daily. Now the first sign that there was trouble here, we started to break the bands, and then we broke that support at 12,000 we talked about. So if you sold some there, you're feeling a little bit better that it hasn't been able to bounce back. But the 12,000 area is going to be big now. You can see that the 8, this 8 is going to act as resistance, this downline, okay? And that support that broke. So even if we rally from here, that's going to be a tough spot to get above. And I think it already was, right? We had that big move around 5 or 6 o'clock yesterday. Bounced right back up to 12, right back down. So this is a key spot on the upside now. And then this level, there's actually a little bit of resistance right here. All right, but this is when you break the bands, guys, in the model, you have this big 10,000 figure, but if that wasn't there and you break the bands, you got to think about the move to the 200 and or all the way back to pi. That's why this 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 zone keeps showing up. That's the next that's kind of the reversal that the market could fall to. Can't hold 10,000s. I keep saying that my game plan is I'm probably going to cut all my risk right here. Can't hold 10,000. I'm just going to wait. Because if we break 10, guys, we could easily hold here and be back up at 18,000. I just care about the risk side, guys. I don't want you guys getting drawn down by 50% and going shell shock and just watching and holding. And I'm telling you, if we break 10, that selling could be quick, but anybody that doesn't have the discipline just to move to the sideline, By the time the market, if it falls all the way back here to 5,000, you're gonna have everybody throwing in the towel. Everybody's gonna be talking about how this was the biggest collapse in financial history, and you know, Bitcoin is in a bear market. This is where you'd want to be starting to uh, get back in, or if you have any other means to get more aggressive, this would be the area to start building again. So just is what it is. We really got to watch this level, and I think it makes sense, you guys, to move some. Can't wait for it to break and then start sending your coin to an exchange to sell. That's when everybody's doing the same thing. Um, Sometimes those deposits and, you know, the exchange slows down as far as these exchanges are going to have trouble. I think you're better off moving some to the exchange that you want to sell into, where you can get dollars out if you want. Um, so I've moved probably half of my stuff out of my wallets onto like Coinbase on the majors, just in case I need to sell. It's there, so I don't waste time trying to wait for Bitcoin to transfer. I think that makes sense. And I'm not trying to be alarmist. I'm just trying to plan for if we break this. I don't want to sit through another 50% drawdown. All right. You know, I wish I would have taken some more up here. Maybe, you know, it's always tough to say when we bought pretty well down around 10, 11, 13. This was tough wiggle right here. It looked like the market was going to go, but that's kind of what markets do. They trap people. A lot of people thought we were going back to new highs up here, and the break of this low, that's just going to happen, guys. When you have an uptrend and then you break, you're always going to give some money back. The key is not to get cleaned out by 50-80% of your capital, and then you're just got a lot more work to do, get back to those same levels. So that's the game plan. Same, it's going to be the same on Ethereum. Ethereum's had a pretty good call about being aggressive at selling 1400. I only bought a little bit back on both these last two buys, and so I think this big support, this base right here that we really launched from, is going to be support between 800 and 700. Probably tough for the market to break. Um, but that's where the risk is there. You can't hold the bands, and if you start to trade through this base of support, then you got to think the market could go all the way back to 300, 400, which was the last big level that the market peaked at back here, and then you had a big move back to the 200. So big next rally up, big move back to the 200. All right, so we need to watch 800 area. Can't hold 800, then I'm probably just gonna sell everything and wait. I don't need to wait to see if this base holds or not. If we break the bands, I'm just gonna cut all my risks there also and wait. If you cut your risk, go get flat on a position and then it rallies back, I'd rather miss out on 100, even 200 point rally than get stuck in a 50-80% drawdown. So I don't know, that's just my experience. All right, I'd rather miss out on a little bit of upside. You can always get back in, than absolutely get crushed, collapse back to. It's a big fall, guys. It's already been a big fall for people that didn't take some off at 1400. All right, that's already a big retracement. You do that again from 800 to 400, people get cut in half again. That's where you want to be buying. That's where everybody's going to be thrown in the towel. Let's see, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that's what we got to watch. You could just as easily rip out of here. Litecoin, there's your same low, kind of similar to Bitcoin. If you don't hold that, we've already broke the bands there. Tried to hold 150, very similar to Bitcoin. Maybe Pi's all the way back at 70, 75 there. It's okay to even sell half of your position right now if you're really heavy. You don't need to wait for this to break. You can just sell half, sell the rest on the break and wait. This is playing defense, guys. When the bands break, it just is what it is. You got to protect your capital so you can live to fight another day. Bitcoin Cash. That chart sucks. Broke the bands. I might just get out of this position. This one I don't really have a low support. High line would be down here, probably around 500. Already broke this low support, which is the same day, the 22nd, that these other markets made a low. I think I'm just going to cut my risk on that one, actually. All right, and then you got to watch on a couple other positions. Binance, BNB, a little bit heavier. This is pretty good sales there, and then we've been slowly scaling back in. I want to watch this 8 area at the bands there. I might actually take one more stab at getting a little bit longer. The other thing too, guys, you don't always have to take a big stab in one day. You can wait for the intermediate term to turn back up. So right now everything's making lower highs on the intermediate term. So I might just watch this 8 area, and then if it turns the corner, then add. Try to catch the right hand side of the cycle. And then Cardano is the other one I just want to update. 50-cent area, that's kind of what I've been watching. If you can't hold there, I'm just going to cut half my risk and wait. Oh, I don't want to get, this could easily draw down another 50% if you can't hold 50 cents. So pretty challenging point in this long-term bull market. Just got to trade it, guys. It is what it is. It's a marathon, so there'll be plenty of money to make. You just want to protect your capital, so you're there for the next rally. All right, keep you guys updated.